Hey guys, we're back from the ride. I just finished a good hot shower. Today was very cold. It was like just around the freezing point. I'm gonna walk you through that ride because I think it's worth it. It was like a super technical gravel ride with some like crazy some connection that were actually like very dangerous. The conditions were perfect because those trails normally can get like super muddy, but because of the freezing the night before and the little snow over it, it was like super fast, super hard pack. So it was perfect because we were not damaging the trails at all. There's not a lot of days like this in the year, but when they happen, you really got to make sure to do a great ride. So that's what we did. I went with three of my very good friends. We used to all race mountain bike when we were younger together. So we had Charles Couture, Félix Burke, and Alexandre Vial. So Charles Couture is still racing enduro bike. Félix Burke is also racing enduro bike. He was second this year at the BC bike race. And Alexandre, he can do it all. He's a mountain bike cross-country racer, but he also raced road. So let me get you through that ride. You'll see, like I said, it was worth a recap, and you'll see the footage I have are just very good, very, very good. So the first sector was a quick one just after we left my house. It's called Le Chemin de la Rivière du Nord. It's like an old gravel trail. It's super smooth. Just after that, we went up that like abandoned road, and that gets us with a small shortcut that's not very legal, I guess. It gets us over the highway, and then you have to up over a fence, and then you go like in a little single track that if you don't know it, you'll never see it, and you arrive in like a super technical double track with a lot of big rocks. And at one point there's like a bridge, but the bridge is like destroyed, and there's only like a two tires wide place where you can pass. Normally I don't do it, but Alexandre was like, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. I did it 2 days ago and you can do it, so we all went over it. And just after, there's like a crazy steep uphill. I was trying to go up, but I was the only one not making it. Charles passed me actually on the right. I mean, all those guys are still racing mountain bike and enduro bike, so I have an excuse, I guess. And then we hit Sainte-Anne-des-Lacs. So this is like a super nice mountain bike sector, I guess, but we only took a left double track on the side of the sector, and we went down super fast that sector. It was actually very sketchy. So like people in fat bikes were coming up, and it was like crazy icy because there's a river just at the bottom of that descent, and it gets like super humid. So you had a lot of ice. We had to be like actually very careful. And the problem was that we were like following Félix, and Félix had his mountain bike, so we kind of had false confidence. So you don't expect like those big rocks because Félix is just like surfing over them. So this was actually maybe the more sketchiest part of the ride. No, it was not. You'll see a little bit later. So after that, we made like a small connection. Normally, this connection is the worst. It's like crazy muddy. It's like such an old trail that it's not very nice. But today, like I said, again, because of the freezing, it was actually like surprisingly good, surprisingly fast. And then you arrive in that enduro sector, I guess, and we went down, and that was not by far, but it was one of the nicest part of the ride. So the curve banks were super hard packed, and actually this trail is pretty boring on a big enduro bike, but on the gravel bike we were having so much fun. Just after that crazy fun descent, we hit the Mont Maribou. If you're not new to this channel, you know Mont Maribou because I did this climb 20 times. It's a pretty hard gravel climb, 2 kilometers at like 8%. And once you're on top, you do like a super small connection and you arrive on a golf course. So we rode the road on the golf course. The roads are like super, super narrow. But when you go fast, it's like so much fun. It feels literally like you're flying, even though you go like 25 km an hour or something. And then we hit the most craziest part for sure. So we hit the Abelloise S. That's like a crazy old double track. So it was created like in 18 something, and it's like still a trail, so you can still ride your bike, But we went on top of that trail and it was like a super steep. And once you're over that climb, the only option you have is go down under the electric pole, but it's like crazy steep. So Charles was like, there's no way we're doing that. And I was like, come on, you're on the GoPro. So Charles just sent it, but there's no like traction at all on the back wheel. So I was like literally having my two wheels were locked and I was like going down kind of fast. But Charles was dropping me because he didn't have enough lever on his brakes, so he was not able to brake as hard as he would have want. This was by far the sketchiest. I don't think that this one was that smart actually. The last part was kind of chill. So you took Le Petit Train du Nord. That's our longest gravel path here in Quebec. But I was like, oh, we're gonna have time to go do a little extra because we were a little bit in advance before the sunset. So we went up, it's like a reserve, and you go down that like super rocky descent, but at the bottom it was like crazy muddy, and Charles almost like lost his wheel, Alex also. And then you take a right and you're going down straight into like the middle of nowhere. Like if you don't know there's a trail, you just feel like you're going like straight into nothing. And then you hit the bottom of that trail, you go down Le Petit Train du Nord for 5 kilometers, and then we were back home going up my road in almost complete dark, but just in time, I guess. So that's it for today. Just let me know if you like those super quick ride recap. I hope you like it. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and comment. It will help the channel grow, and I'm very thankful for you to do that for me. And also, go follow Felix, Charles, and Alexandre on social. Other than that, take care of yourself by making the most optimal choice in every moment, and do the same to take care of the ones you love.